Hi guys, I have a layering stencil here from the Ton Stamps, and this is the jumbo poinsettia layering stencil, and I have the matching die, and I want to use some eyes ink on this. So we probably won't use the die today. I can use that when I'm all done. But I have thick cardstock here. Like, this is 110-pound cardstock here. And that's because I'm going to be putting the glitter on it. So I want to make sure that my paper stays nice and flat. So I don't want to cut it down until I am done. So we're going to start with layer number 1. I think this is only 3 layers. Yep. Okay. So layer number 1. And I am going to make sure to de-sticky my tape a little bit here. And you know, you could go all the way to the edge and then you have some of this cardstock left over to use for another project. So that's what I'm going to do here. Okay, and I'm going to start with my lightest red. I'm using Catherine Polar inks, of course. And my lightest red is Rockin' Red. And I have to remind myself to start off of the stencil. Oh, see, because that's why. We don't want that to happen. So start off onto the stencil before you pull in. Otherwise, you're going to get dark blotches like that. And I'm just being careful when I get towards the middle, because I did not spray this with pixie spray. So I just want to be careful not to, you know, move this around too much as I'm stenciling over it. Okay, I think that's pretty good for our first layer. Okay, I'm going to remove this stencil. You can see it moved a little bit, but we should be okay. Okay, I'm going to reuse my washi tape here. We're going to go in with layer number 2, and the numbers are in the bottom corner. They're etched in there. And I'm just going to look through, line up the left and the bottom here because I had those all the way in. Normally I use my waffle flower blending mat, but we're going to just eyeball this. It's pretty good. Alright, so for the second layer, I'm going to use Cranberry Fizz. I'm going to go in with the same brush. Same thing, start onto the stencil and pull my color in. pretty nice. Okay. Then we're going to do our last layer. Oops, number 3 is down here in the right corner. And we're going to ink it, and then we're going to add the glitter paste. Okay, and there are 2 little centers up here, which we will do once we're done inking this. Okay, so for this one, we're going to go in with Merlot, which is a deep wine color. Okay, and then for the centers, we're going to use the same stencil. Look how beautiful that is. And we're going to do this open part of the stencil, and you can see how it lines up there. And I'm going to do that in kind of a lighter gold. We're going to do, well, yellow, Catching Rays. Okay, and then we're going to line up this second part of the stencil, which is going to be more detailed. I feel like I'm missing something here. I got to turn it a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to go in with a little bit darker glitz. May not see too much of a difference there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not a big difference. Let me bring in some flame. All right, so there we have our berry. So now we're going to line our stencil back up because this is the layer we want to use the Eyes Ink glitter. So we want to line it up exactly the way it was. Perfecto, right there, okay? And we're going to bring in a palette knife and our Eyes Ink glitter. And this is the 24 carats red. Okay, and I have my tape around 3 of the 4 sides. And what's nice is these pouches keep the glitter from drying out. So you just put a little dab on there, just like toothpaste, just a little bit, and then pull it across your stencil. I try to always go in one direction. You don't want to be going back and forth, up and down, because then it could get under the stencil. So you just want to put a little dab of what you need, pull it down into the crevices there. And this glitter paste is so freaking sparkly, you guys. And then I'm just going to make sure I have it all filled in. And then I immediately want to take my stencil up and clean it. You do not want to leave this on your stencil. It's very difficult to get off if you leave it. Okay, so now I put the cap on. No waste. The only thing I have to clean up now is my palette knife and my stencil. The other stencils I can just wipe off with a rag. It's just ink on them. But this one I'm going to take up to the sink and use warm soapy water and a little soft nail brush. Let me reveal it to you guys. And if you are interested, again, this is the Jumbo Poinsettia Layering Stencil from the tonstamps.com. I'll put the link down below for you. Oh, this is so gorgeous. And I'm going to take these two and clean them up, but let me show you what this looks like. And I will set this aside to dry, and then once it's dry, I will use the coordinating die, see here, which is sold separately, and I will cut that out and then layer that on a card. But that is going to have so much sparkle to it. It's going to be gorgeous. And I'll probably put some little like Nouveau glitter or something like that in the center. So I'm going to set this off to dry, go clean this up. Make sure you're following me so you can check out the other videos that I do with the ton layering stencils. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Bye-bye.